Howdy and hello, I'm Seattle's one and only Glamazon goddess and queen of the pigs, Isabella Exton, and welcome to another episode of The Race is On. Before we get started today, I just wanted to say there's a lot of really crazy stuff going on in the world. The protests for the death of George Floyd, it's a really important cause that we're fighting for right now. We need to fight to end police brutality and to make all citizens equal, because Black Lives Matter, and right now they're being treated like they don't matter. So if you can get out there and protest, please do, but please protest peacefully, stay safe, keep a level head about you while you're out there, make sure to mask up, protect yourself. It's still a pandemic going on, so please protect yourself and stay safe. And if you can't get out there and protest, I have put a big list of links below. Go ahead and donate to some of these organizations because they really need your money right now. It's a really difficult time that we're dealing with, and we need all the help we can get right now. So if you have the means to, please click on some of those organizations, get them some money, and get them some help right now. But today, we're going to take a second to talk about the finale episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 12 and celebrate these top 3 amazing queens, because we have a brand new queen in the queendom. She has just ascended to her throne. Spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the episode yet and don't want to know who the winner is, pause right now, because our brand new America's Next Drag Superstar is the one and only, the Essence of Beauty, Jaida Essence Hall. I am so excited for her. We are going to dive into this finale episode, but before we do that, I want to introduce my special guest for today. She is Seattle's premier Jennifer Lopez impersonator. She is a girl that loves a good gangbang. Give it up for Joanna BangBang.
Hi, everybody. I do love a good gangbang. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, my God. Amazing. I mean, I've been waiting for this moment. I mean, to have another RuPaul's Drag Race, but for me to be on your show, I was like, oh, my God, when is she going to have me? So, I just told the priest to pause church today because I'm going to church, so I had to get all glammed up, but I was like, I gotta be on my girls channel today.
But I am so glad we got you here, especially for this episode, because this episode is a pure celebration of drag. I am so excited. This is one of my favorite finales, but before we dive into the finale, let's kind of talk about, you and what's been going on with you. Now, you actually work in healthcare, so you haven't been quarantining. You've been out helping people get healthy and survive COVID-19. And so, first of all, I want to really thank you for everything that you're doing and all of your hard work and working for public health and safety. I really appreciate that, and I'm sure all the viewers out there really appreciate everything you're doing. How's your experience been with working at the hospital?
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that. I know my colleagues definitely appreciate the positivity that, we are encountering, for what we're doing, and in general, being, exposed to it, or just dealing with it. It's very traumatic. It changes your perspective of life. It makes you more alert. And it should be for everybody.
And information is just changing so rapidly because it's a brand new virus, and we're learning new things every single day about this virus. I mean, this 6 months ago, we didn't even know this virus existed.
No.
So
people are doing what they're doing. People doing their parts. I know a lot of people don't like it. I mean, I miss getting all dolled up and getting my tips here and there, but it is what it is. I mean, in every little put that we put, regardless if we're staying in, doing this live shows, we're bringing the joy to everybody. So hopefully soon, we can be out there and enjoying drinks in person.
Right, I completely agree. I really hope that we're all learning something from this and learning to be more vigilant with the way that we communicate and the way that we interact with each other. We're all learning together at the same time right now, you know?
And one of the things that I actually appreciate within a community, you know, and a lot of performances out there where I enjoy Seattle so much is, you know, they're just finding ways to do what we love to do and bring, you know, if it's like virtual shows, it's just amazing. And the positivity that we are bringing out.
Before we dive into the episode, I want to plug your social media accounts. So I want everyone to make sure and go and follow Joanna BangBang on Instagram at Joanna_BangBang and show Joanna a little bit of love on Venmo at Joanna_BangBang there as well. If you're enjoying my content here on YouTube and would like to tip me, do me a favor. Instead of sending that money to me, go ahead and send that money to any of the links that I have listed below. They need that money more than I do right now, so please go donate to these wonderful causes. Make sure to follow me on all of my social media accounts at Isabella Exton, and subscribe to my YouTube channel right here by hitting that red subscribe button and then ding that bell to get notifications on everything happening on my channel. The first of the episode kind of starts off as every finale does with the introduction of the girls from that season in their finale looks. They introduce them in their elimination order. So the first one that we got to see was Dahlia Sin. And, you know, them getting to send in videos from their homes and their hometowns of their looks, for a lot of them, made for some really cool moments, like Dahlia's where she was on the roof and everything. I thought that was such a cool moment that she was creating.
Just seeing the skyline of like New York with, you know, that outfit that she had on, I was just gagging. I was like, man.
She was given the reference to the sexy broccoli too. That costume was made by Costumes by Palu. It was gorgeous. And then the next queen introduced was Rakam Sakura, and she was in kind of a anime card look that was all hand painted, and then a queen named Pat Ann Leather made the actual dress for it.
Watching her outfit, like, it just makes me want to gamble because it's just like, it was so creative. Like, I was just like so into it.
I liked this look, but I didn't think it was my favorite look that I've ever seen rock in. It wouldn't be my choice for the finale. And then the next one was Nikki Doll, and she was in the lavender Gautier inspired. It was also, I guess, anime inspired, but I don't know anime enough to get the anime references. It was so unfortunate to me that she had to show this costume walking down her hallway in her apartment, because this costume is stunning, and it would have looked amazing with her walking out on stage, doing that reveal, and then walking the catwalk. Huh.
That queen pulls looks like no other, but would have liked, you know, seeing it where you said, you know, the reveal would have been like, you know, more dramatic or something like that, but hers was like, to me, D1. Blown my mind. I was just like, this would have been like a good, you know, top 3 look. So yeah,
it was impeccable. It was made by Florence DeLee. And the next one was Aiden Zane, and this was probably my favorite look of the reunion. This was amazing. I do know that this look wasn't actually designed for Aiden. The designer's name is Ray Ortiz, and he's based out of LA. At the start of every year, makes a new piece that represents his like hopes and dreams for the year, and where his craft has grown to in the last year. And this was the piece that he created for 2020. And when he posted it on Instagram, Aiden commented on it and was like, okay, I need this in my life. And then, bam, she shows up at the finale wearing it.
See, that's one of the things that she surprised me with this, because who the fuck is she? Like, but yes, the outfit, it's impeccable. She made it on my top outfits of the look, so.
Yeah, she looked stunning. The next one was Britta, and she was in a Florence DeLee piece as well, that Florence made and shipped to her at her parents' house in Maine. But she was referencing her cone bra moment from the season and everything. It was a really pretty look. I liked it. I really love this, and I also saw on Instagram that this dress, like, is multiple pieces and can be worn multiple ways.
I don't know if you noticed, but this wasn't supposed to be like her original finale. But she went with this look, so I was actually pretty excited.
I thought she looked absolutely stunning. And it's also an outfit that when she goes on tour, she can build an entire performance around it. And the next one was Jan, and she was in the Edward Scissorhands kind of moment. It was absolutely gorgeous. I just didn't understand why that was what she chose for the finale. Or if there was a moment within the season that I forgot about that she was referencing, but I can't seem to find it. It was still a gorgeous look, though.
Yes, I did my little drama thing because I was so confused when I saw it too. She blew my mind in a good way, but I was confused.
I don't think there's a reference. I think that that's just what she decided she wanted to wear. And the next one was Widow Von Du. And I really liked the idea of this look. She worked with GB Couture to create the dress. And then the back piece was created by Bionic Concepts, because I don't think it showed it for quite long enough for everybody to really grasp what happened. But when she turned, all the legs on the back piece opened up. The thing that Widow suffers from when it comes to fashion is fabric choice.
I thought of it the same thing. It's once the camera zoomed in, it was kind of scrunching a little bit.
The next one was Miss Heidi N. Closet, and she was in a full coverage turtleneck, long sleeve, floor length, fully rhinestoned gown. It was beautiful, a little boring.
Shocked me in the way that she brought this gown to the season finale, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but I think I assumed too soon, based on their personality or what they served the whole season. But yeah, no, with hers, she didn't impress me. The makeup did.
Oh yeah, makeup's beautiful now. And the next one was Jackie Cox, and she was in a gown by Mondo Guerrera from Project Runway. He actually did most of her costumes throughout the season. But this gown I thought was beautiful. I did have a couple little issues with it, except for when it went into close-up. I could see that the stones were acrylic stones, and I was like, at least use glass stones.
The skyline just draw my attention.
It was beautiful.
For me, I love the gown. I love Mondo itself because I do follow him. So he's just such a great designer, and it was kind of great to see him back in some sort of way.
The first of our top three introduced was Crystal Method, and she was dressed as a piñata. I love her so much.
From a queen that celebrates, my birthday with piñatas, don't matter where I'm at. It just brought so much joy. And the little fart, towards the end. Yeah. It was hilarious.
I loved it. I thought it was so smart. Did this to lean into her Mexican heritage in her way.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, full Mexican. The fact that they're having her speak Spanish, and then she referenced, her culture with the piñata. It's known for celebration of joy and, happiness. Yeah, I was just, so happy. I was like, Viva Mexico.
She made this, too.
I remember, growing up, we would make our own piñatas with, the same material that I see in her outfit, right?
The next one that they introduced was Gigi. And first of all, where she was filming was beautifully staged. The lighting was perfect. This gown was absolutely phenomenal. So well thought out and so impeccably made. I loved it.
And bring back this helmet, but not only a typical size helmet, I was just keep going. She kept going, and finally just took it off, and I was just living.
A designer, Marco Monroe, helped her produce this, but she completely designed the look herself. And the final queen introduced was Miss Jaida Essence Hall, and she was looking stunning. She was in the galaxy gown.
She looked stunning. The queen could be wearing...
She could wear a burlap sack and look gorgeous.
Exactly. It's just so crazy how gorgeous this queen is. But at some point when she returned, just part of the outfit would just kind of cover her.
It was designed by Jaida and a designer named Joshan Aponte.
It was good. I just think it was, I think it was too much.
Let's talk about Rue's look for this episode. Here's the thing. I don't know why anybody expected Rue to be in any sort of actual drag. it all went together. And Rue has been very clear for a lot of years that other people create and maintain his aesthetic and appearance. You know, Rue's talent has never been creating a look. Rue's talent is in self-promotion and marketing.
It was cute because I reference it to like a cartoon, right? It's like once I saw the reunion, it's like, okay, this is going to be a continuance.
I kind of liked it because I feel like it didn't pull attention away from the contestants.
Yeah.
She had some chats with the top three. Started off with Crystal. Like you mentioned earlier, they talked to Crystal's parents and to Crystal's grandma, which I thought was really beautiful. And also, Crystal looked so crazy in this.
Oh my god. It was just very like touching, and it was very like genuine, and I can see it. For me, you know, having that abuelita, like being able to like speak and say all those things, it was just you know, genuinely like it was amazing. I loved it.
The next one was Gigi, and I thought it was so smart that she recreated a RuPaul look.
Not a lot of people, you know, knew like the reference. It's just so nice to see, you know, queens that are able to appreciate and bring, you know, history back.
The next one was Jaida, and this look that she was wearing, oh my god, it was amazing. That hair, the braids in it were so good. The little loops put into it, that gold choker, she looks so good.
Yeah. This the season finale for me was my favorite look on Jaida.
One detail that she put on that I really, really loved is she painted these 3 scratches on her shoulder.
Oh.
And then her messages from her dad and her brother were really, really sweet. Also, I saw today there was an entire parade in her hometown that like surprised her and brought her flowers, and they were throwing flower petals everywhere, and it's really nice to see that kind of positivity right now with everything else going on in the world. And I just want us all to, you know, really celebrate this queen. So Rue announced how the lip sync showdown was going to happen. We're starting off with a close-up lip sync, and then they each had to produce their own digital drag performance, and then Rue was going to pick the top 2 to move on to the final lip sync for the crown. So it started off with the up-close and personal lip sync, and I absolutely love this. I think that this should continue in future seasons.
Yeah, I love what each of the queens did. I mean, Jaida itself used the camera, you know, I love when she was doing the back, you know, she was getting closer.
She used the depth of her field to really give a lot of dimension to her performance.
Yeah.
I also think that Gigi proved to be the most expressive actress of all 3 of them. She was doing choreography with her lashes during the performance.
Yeah. If there was to be a winner from here, I think, you know, again, Gigi.
I thought that Crystal got a little lost in her look.
Yeah.
In the pageant, Gigi was the winner of this category.
Mm-hmm.
So, after that was the video that all the queens put together of the go out and vote. I thought that was a really cute moment and a great message. Everybody needs to get registered to vote. Go to vote.gov and get registered to vote. The main part of our job is entertainment, but also a big part of our job as drag queens is activism.
Mm-hmm.
And so after that was the self-produced numbers that each of the top 3 did. And this is such a moment because this is what we're all going through right now. It's digital drag is, you know, the new age of drag, the new era of drag that's been ushered in. And the great thing about it is anyone can get involved. Starting with Crystal's, her performance was phenomenal. It was one of the funniest performances I've ever seen. It was cutting edge. She really pushed the boundaries of what Drag Race can be. We finally saw some real shock drag on RuPaul's Drag Race. She regurgitated and fed herself on national television.
I live for that moment. Watching this performer, you know, it just, you know, even make me more thankful of, you know, performers. There are so many queens out there with different, you know, just aesthetics of performing. This was like a moment for me to say, okay, I bow down to this queen because it was just so good.
The next one to go was Miss Gigi Good. And she did Take On Me, and she did a reference to the original music video with all black and white. This was stunning. This was an absolute artistic masterpiece, and the execution of it was absolutely beautiful. Also, in the background, there's a motorcycle with a sidecar drawn on it, and Gigi is on the motorcycle, and if you look real close, Crystal is in the sidecar.
This is definitely like a number that for me, like I can go back and watch it, and just because it was so well thought to the creativity behind it. Not that it wasn't good enough, but somehow because she kept going backwards like this right before the transition of the outfit where she did it, and I was like, there's like paint going to be thrown at her or something's going to come up, and then that's going to be the color of like the scheme of the whole performance. But yeah,
You were hoping for like a Garth Brooks Red Strokes moment.
Yeah.
There's paint dripping down the walls, paint coming out of a piano, just like...
Yeah, something. And then she did the outfit color change, and I was like, okay.
Jada's was the last one, and Jaida is a phenomenal performer. Jaida knows how to dance. Jaida knows how to move. She knows how to work a camera. Like, she draws you in with her eyes. Jada's just not much of a producer, I don't think. It was a really great performance in her living room. It just wasn't quite to the level of production.
Yeah, I agree. This is where, it goes back to, digital and, how creative you can be. I do agree.
How many ideas you have,
Yes, and can you deliver them, So, yeah, for her, yes, I love that she used the ground, and she's able to captivate you with whatever medium they're recording this. But to me, it was, what do you call it? It
was a little bit lackluster.
Yeah, it was just like, it literally just, it was, But yeah, no, the production value, it could have been better, but her performance was just so natural, and it's like something that, a queen does nowadays. So who would be your winner from the digital performances?
My winner from the digital performances is Crystal.
What? Yes. Okay, I think Gigi for sure.
Miss Nina West joined us to give away Miss Congeniality, and I love this moment because Dolly is one of my all-time idols. She's one of my favorite people in the world. She is one of my biggest inspirations behind my drag. I love Dolly so much, and to have Dolly doing this bit with Nina, it was so funny. Dolly looked amazing.
She did.
I need that wig she was wearing.
I love the whole concept with all her outfits, and she's just sitting in that little lounge. I know how big of a fan you are of Dolly.
I loved it so much, and the funniest part was when Nina was like, all right, Dolly, how do I look? And Dolly goes, meh. All the queens from season 12 got to vote, and the winner of Miss Congeniality is the one and only Heidi N. Closet, and she is staying in closet.
Yes!
This was the season of RuPaul's Best Friend race,
Yes. Uh-huh. I was like, yeah.
And it's what we needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with everything that's happening around the world, watching this, it was just so positive. It was just like, yes.
Episode all came down, the very end, the final lip sync for the crown, and Ru comes on to announce the two that are moving on to the final lip sync for the crown. It's a big suspenseful moment, and she says, I need to see more. All three of you are moving on to the final lip sync, which made me so happy. Give them all a chance. They all deserve it. They move on to the final lip sync to Survivor by Destiny's Child. And World of Wonder made it so that their setups were exactly the same. Each of them had the same amount of space to move in. Each of them had the same decorations. Each of them had the same equipment to film it. Crystal's look in this lip sync was my absolute favorite look of the entire night, though. This look was made by Mondo Guerrera as well.
This was my favorite, too, from her looks that she served in the season finale.
Gigi's look, she was doing the Dorothy thing. She had the transition dress. I also know that she hand-painted that dress as well, both the black and white side and the blue side. And Jada's costume, the orange look, it was also made by Joshon Aponte, and it was absolutely beautiful. I loved all the different reveals that were built into it because they were reveals that I haven't necessarily seen before. Jaida knew that every single piece of her costume was going to work, and she was just performing, and the costume was working with her.
Yeah.
I felt like Gigi, before she finished her reveals, was a little more focused on the costume and wasn't fully performing.
With Gigi, I agree. I think like that reveal took a little longer.
I think they all performed the song really well, but I think that in this performance, Jaida stole the show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Just how she used that outfit, to her advantage, being able to like flip it, and then the detail, the outfit,
the crown.
Here, yes, the clear material with the crown as a.
Every movement that she made was deliberate. In the end, Jaida was crowned our newest drag superstar.
Yeah.
She just, she belongs with a crown on her head.
Yes. She snatched the crown, and, she's our queen, and she's amazing. So I'm so happy for her.
But we have now reached our episode wrap-up. It is time for the gift, the gag, and the goop. Now, the gift is your favorite moment from the episode. The gag is the most shocking moment from the episode. And the goop is the shadiest moment from the episode. So what is your gift from this episode?
My favorite moment would definitely be crowning Jaida. Yes, I was excited for her to win this competition.
My gift for this episode was just the entire structure. I just thought this entire setup of this finale was so great and really showcased these three performers in the absolute best light.
I agree.
So what was your gag? For me, the most shocking moment of this episode was seeing Crystal regurgitate and feed herself as a bird.
Yeah, I would say that's definitely shocking. Yeah, I didn't see it coming.
And then, what was your goop? A shady moment for the episode. Was there any shady moments that kind of popped out at you?
Shady moments.
For me, my goop was in Gigi's interview. She at one point said, "The crown belongs to me."
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, no, I mean this. Season, as you said, it brought the level of, competition of TV shows to a new.
It was a nice representation of how broad the spectrum of drag is, and hopefully, in the future, we get to have an even bigger representation of how broad the spectrum of drag is, and Drag Race will start to include trans-identified performers, AFAB performers, and drag kings on the show, because it's time to showcase all of the amazing drag talents in this entire country.
I agree. Yes.
Well, I want to thank you so much for joining me today, sitting down and chatting about the finale. It's been such a great season. Today, I want to make sure to plug your social media again. So everybody, go and follow Joanna on Instagram at Joanna_BangBang, and show Joanna a little love on Venmo at Joanna_BangBang there as well. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. It's always a pleasure to get to sit down and chat with you, have a cocktail with you.
No, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be on the YouTube channel. I mean, I've been a fan of yours. I am still, but it's just so nice to kiki and, dolled up, even if it's just for the living room, right?
Yeah. But yes. Even if it's just for the ficus in the back, it's fine.
Anything that's donated for me, I am going to be donating to the links that you share below.
That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. Also, thank you for all of your work within the healthcare field. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Do me a favor and donate to any of the links that I've listed below. They really need your help to support the protesters that are out fighting for the rights of people in our country right now. So please do whatever you can. Go protest peacefully, donate to some causes, and help us out right now, because we need to end police brutality in this country. Thank you so much for joining. So come on back next week and see me again. And lastly, Black Lives Matter.